Going inside Memorial Sports, this is the Panther Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back in. I'm Randy Rosetta. This is the High School Fan Zone on 100.7. Brendan, who is it that voices over? Because he's got a great voice. I always want to give him credit.
I have no idea who that is.
It sounds like the guy, I'm going to age myself, maybe the folks sitting out here in the audience. So he sounds like the guy that used to introduce people on The Price is Right, which I don't think young people watch The Price is Right. That was like when you were sick and got to stay home from school, you got to watch The Price is Right. I got distracted there. That happens a lot when you get older. And I shouldn't get distracted because we have a big basketball game in town to talk about, and we've got coaches and players from both teams coming in to talk about it. It's the very first, I believe, official. Did you guys play them in the summer, Zosha?
We played them at LCU team camp.
Okay, so you Liberty and Memorial girls did face each other when it was nice and relaxed and no intensity, right?
Yes, sir.
There we go. But I think that'll be a little bit different. Tuesday night, Liberty goes to Memorial to open the District 5 4A season. Both teams are playing really well. I think we just decided that the Memorial girls have won 8 in a row. The Liberty girls have won 9 in a row. They're both playing very well. They play different styles. Very different styles, but it's working very well for both of them. That will actually be on, let me find it here, 97.7 FM, Sunny 97.7 FM. I think Clint and Choice Woodman will have the call on that. I know I'm going to be there sharing space with them. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. So to my far left, Jason Cooper is playing Santa tonight, so he passed the torch.
I'm Dixie Gonzalez.
I'm Maylee Riley.
I'm Zosha Story.
Dixie, I told you that Coach gave me some background on you.
Uh-oh.
He's obviously got some basketball pedigree to him. You've got a little bit too. Just what's the nutshell on your basketball pedigree real quick?
So I'm from Canyon, played for Coach Lombard, won some state championships with him, and then went from there and played at West Texas A&M and got to play for Bob Snyder. And then Krista Gurlick came in. It was my head coach also. So I got to learn under some good coaches, and then that's it. So.
Did y'all hear Coach say championships, plural?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
when you go to Canyon, they don't just let you leave with one. You've got to figure out a way to win a few, which you guys have a chance. I'm not trying to put the bull before the cart here, but you're just still young. It's still early. Coach Cooper, he's probably getting mad when I mention this. He's already talked about, we want these girls to think we want to compete for state championships. Zosha, when you hear your coach, when you're a sophomore, say that, it's motivating. Is it also a little scary for you?
I feel like as a team, I don't think it's scary because we trust each other, so I feel like it'll be good overall.
May, you're a sophomore or a freshman?
I'm a freshman.
Yeah, I knew you had a bunch of freshmen, a lot of tall freshmen. That's the difference between you and Liberty. Liberty's not blessed with as much height. What's it been like getting to the high school level, playing with girls who are older than you, but are also going through this the first time at a brand new school?
It's definitely a lot more different than it was last year, especially the jump when it comes to competitiveness. I've learned a lot when it comes to like staying like behind, or not like behind, but you know what I'm trying to say?
Physicality is what you're trying to say.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something that your boys team has, I think, learned as well. Older players are bigger, they're faster, and they know how to slide an elbow in once in a while and find a way to probably knock you on your backside a little bit. But you guys, watching you guys that several times I have, part of this, I think, is a big part of it is that Kiana and Zosha have been at that level before. You guys are not afraid. You don't back down from anybody. Zosha, is that part of the way you practice, or is that just DNA?
It's definitely the way we practice. We're all gas, no breaks in practice, and we try to go 100% all the time.
Your 100% was pretty good the other night against Abernathy, I understand. How good was she the other night? I've watched you guys enough to I know she defers a lot. She does things to try to help her team, but she got the hot hand the other night.
She did, and it was exciting to watch, and I think she needed that. I think she needed that to understand that she can do that more than she thinks she can. And it's just nice to see that confidence and calling for the ball and things that, she's going to grow into, and she's going to own that spot, I hope, and she will. So
29 points, 7 3-pointers. Had you ever done that in a summer league game or just shooting with your dad in the driveway, or was that a first time?
It was definitely not the first time because I've worked on it, so just training.
And Kiana, I believe, had her season high earlier in the week when you guys beat Midland High. I was at that game. When you've got two, and May, you're a freshman, so I promise I'll talk more about freshmen as you guys get older. But when you've got two girls like them that played on Friendships Varsity and come in and give you that foundation as coaches, it's nice to see them, like you said, kind of take control when they need to.
Yes. So it's not such a blank slate. We are blessed to have the ones that have played varsity before, and it's kind of a settling factor when we do play like some big games, and we know that they can handle it. And so that's exciting. And even Zamaya, I mean, she's kind of going into that role as well. But it's nice to not just have one or two people. We have a spread. And
a lot of the freshmen.
Yes.
Freshmen are playing big.
And the exciting thing is they're very young.
Yep,
So.
No doubt. There's a big game coming up Tuesday, and we're going to talk more about that when we come back in the Panther Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.
This is the Panther Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back in. This is the Panther Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score. I'm Randy Rosetta. We're splitting it up because Liberty comes on right after this, so we're going to talk about it for quite a bit. It's December, so you don't want to put too much weight on one game, but this is a big one in this district just to get things started because these are two teams that want to get to the playoffs, want to hang around in the playoffs for a while. And is that weird for young players to hear that there's these expectations that you're going to get to the playoffs and make some noise?
Definitely a little bit, but I feel like we got this.
There you go. What about you, man? That's in middle school, and you don't think about the playoffs. The way a coach described when Liberty was open, and now you guys is when you're in middle school or sub-varsity, you know when the season's going to end and turn in your stuff and you move on to the next sport. Now you want that season to go as long as possible.
Definitely. Middle school was more not as much pressure, where it is high school is definitely a lot more of a bigger jump. You have to win more of your district games in order to make a good spot in the playoffs. And it's kind of exciting that I get to help my team out and get us a good spot in the playoffs this year.
Zosha, did you understand that last year when you were on varsity with Friendship, or did it take a few games to understand that, yeah, these practices are a little bit more intense?
It definitely took me a little while. At first, I did not even know what a playoff game was, so definitely took me a minute to get there.
So you and Kiana figured it out because you were making plays in the playoffs. Sir. Now, Morgan's on her way in, so don't give away any secrets here.
Okay.
But what are some keys against them?
I think, we're pretty athletic, so we're going to try to use that to our advantage. We like to run the floor, but they do a little bit too. But I think athletically, matchup-wise, I think we can push the ball. I think we can pressure them on defense a little bit because we have those pieces to the puzzle. So it's the plan.
So you're a West Texas girl. I mean, you're much younger than me, so I can still say that. The thing that strikes me about these two teams is these are very West Texas teams, yes. The way they play. What you just talked about, now you guys have some size, you have a little bit more than Liberty, but you look at Liberty, they don't look like they're going to blow you off the map, and then you watch them play, and you're like, okay, right. Pretty good team. I think it's cool that you wound up in the same district, even if it's just for a year. Being a girl who grew up playing West Texas basketball, how fun is it for you to see two teams that are going to play very fundamentally sound for 32 or maybe more minutes?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting because we preach to them all the time, the little things matter. And so it's really going to show in a game like this, like rebounding with two hands, having a correct pivot foot, overhead pass, things like that. Like it's fun to see those things be a huge part in what we do and create success. So
I'm going to ask Morgan this too. Did you ever play against Morgan?
No, she's a little bit younger than me, but I was coaching at camps when she was a player, so but I do know her and she knows me. We've known each other for a while, but
guess that maybe her dad and Jason coached against each other somewhere along the line.
Yep.
So there's a lot of connective tissue. How excited are you two to get out there? You saw them in summer and you've been around. You're a pretty savvy kid, Zosha. You know that they're the same as you. They started with freshmen, sophomores. They've gotten better and better. How excited are you to kind of use this game as maybe a barometer to see where you guys are?
We're extremely excited. Just to start even a new district and a new school is just super fun.
What about you, May?
As a freshman, I'm excited. I think this will be a really good matchup. It'll be fun to see how their offense plays our defense and our offense plays their defense. And just like athletically, I think it'll be a good matchup too.
And I'm sure you guys have played in front of some crowds already. I'm going to guess that this is the biggest crowd that
Yes,
you
sir.
will play in front of for now, at least. That going back to middle school and sub-varsity, there's usually not a ton of people. They
No.
show up afterwards.
It's usually just the parents, or maybe 10 or 12 students. That's about it, though.
There's going to be a lot of students, a lot of people in this one. How do
Absolutely.
you step on the court and just kind of exhale and stay calm from the beginning?
Just realizing that it's just a game. We're going to go out there, do our stuff, execute what we need to do, and we're going to do what we need to do to win. So
It'll be a little bit different for you and Kiana because when you played in District 2 6A games last year, you were on the bench and could kind of
yes,
have
sir.
wide eyes. Now you just got to go out there and start playing.
Yes, sir.
I asked Coach for the key. Give me one key for you against Liberty.
Just giving everything I got, playing hard.
What about you, May? What's something you have to do well against them?
I want to lead our team in rebounds this game.
That's a good goal, and that's going to be a key. I would imagine who doesn't give the ball away is going to be another one. So we're going to keep talking about this game because Morgan Glaspie, and I think she's bringing in some of her players, are going to be here to talk about it some more after we come back in the Patriot Fan Zone.